All esteem, all credit, all praises, all thanks, all gratitude, all love to the creator of the universe and beyond. Peace, love, blessings, and bliss to everybody out there that's been waiting on another video that takes their time out to listen to what I have to share about the creator. Um, just to get right into it, this video is going to be about vibration and frequency. I know a lot of people hear about these terms, vibration, frequency, consciousness, and I just wanted to share my ideas and thoughts about this pertaining to the creator. Living or existing in a higher vibration or frequency could be something that's like spoken about, but we also have to take actions to try to do it. We always hear people say you're in a lower vibrational state, or that's lower vibrations, or I'm vibrating higher than the average person, this or that. But it really boils down to true, like, love within yourself and the creator and the existing moment. And I did a video about 7, 8 years ago about the universe and gratitude to the universe. Little did I know that the universe was actually the creator of everything and the actual universe. But now, 7, 8 years later, I have a different perspective of the creator of everything actually being a living, eternal, intelligent, boundless, quote unquote entity, being, whatever you want to call it, but it's a supernatural power that controls everything and that created everything that is in our existence that we can fathom and not fathom. One of my brothers had a podcast and he had mentioned about um, like an emotion that's the highest frequency that we can vibrate on. And he said gratitude. And it sparked back in my mind the entire concept of gratitude and been wanting to share what gratitude is to me and what I feel like it does for our frequency, our energy, our realm, our aura, our electromagnetic field, everything you want to talk about of our quote unquote energetic bodies. They say we're light bodies, they say we're energetic bodies. All these things have truth to them on a scale that we can understand them from, but to truly try to put it into perspective, there's some logical words out here that we can share or dwell on to make our minds more understanding of the perfection that the creator allows us to have and explain the realm that we live in. Gratitude, what is gratitude? The definition of gratitude on Google is the quality of being thankful, readiness to show appreciation for and to return kindness. When my brother brought out the gratitude being the highest frequency you can exist or live in the moment, and it really hit me hard because he was bringing out some great examples of how grateful are we truly for everything. We complain about so much on a day-to-day basis. How much are you really grateful for everything that you have? Are you grateful for the clothes that you have on your back, the underwear you get to put on, the socks you get to put on daily, being able to go wash your clothes, having a washer and dryer, being able to go take a shower after a long, hard day at work, being able to lay down with sheets and a pillow, being able to tie your shoes, the ability to function with, your mind and your neurons all being able to connect and you physically being able to move and function and being able to wake up in the morning and your eyes opening and your first thought and the first breath that you get from waking up, your consciousness arising again and being able to sit up in bed, being able to lean over, stand up, give thanks to the creator or do whatever you do. But the small functions of doing that, being able to walk to your door, turn the doorknob, open the door, close the door, these little things. Recently, myself, I've been trying to be super detailed in what I'm grateful for. The smallest things to be able to give esteem or praise to the creator. I mean, the ability to blink, the ability to have running water. He was mentioning in third world countries where these people don't have shoes on their feet. They have to walk barefoot all the time. They don't have running water. And we overlook these things in America as Americans. Stuff that we have on a day-to-day basis that's so easy for us to, I guess, use. We're so comfortable and content with what we have, and we overlook or underappreciate what we actually do have. We complain about a lot, and I'm guilty to it. I can say I'm sick of America and everything that this country puts us down to and poisons us with, but yet it's still a functioning society as far as the little things like running water, like electricity in our houses, these little things that we overlook. How grateful are we truly for life? being able to sit down and being able to control your thoughts and being able to deeply breathe in the moment and being able to appreciate inhaling and exhaling and being able to feel calm and peaceful after just taking a deep breath, and visualizing peace and paradise and visualizing yourself in abundance and pure and healthy at a top high vibration and frequency to where you're humming, you're in harmony with the creator, with the earth, and everything around you is just coming in like a domino effect of perfection. You know, gratitude is such a overlooked term. I think that, when you really get to sit down with yourself and think about the things that you're grateful for, that you give gratitude for. Sometimes I get in deep thought and when I really think about everything I've been through in my life, down to the smallest things, like having a family, having cousins, having uncles, and having family reunions and memories with my family members, and you know not always living in the moment and truly appreciating the 5 minutes, the 10 minutes that you get to have or share with somebody. And when you rethink about those memories, it could bring tears to your eyes. It makes you want to really appreciate each moment that you get from here on out even more. What I'm saying? Just the simple conversations you have with your parents, your siblings, your cousins, your friends, people at work, a homeless person. Really try to focus in on the moment. Living in the moment can be one of the most precious feelings that you can, ever experience. And they say that the past, the present, and the future are literally all one time concept in one as well too. So when you think about that, it's like, that's a powerful thought, to think about all the past memories you've been through to get you to the point that you're at now in life. And then to think about that in the present moment of where you're actually at. And to think about where you're trying to go, the potential of all the abundance and the peace that you're trying to accumulate in this life. It could be overwhelming, but it can be also a sense of complete gratitude and peace and bliss if you allow it to be. I have a few charts in front of me that talk about the vibration of emotions, the human frequency chart. These things can all be Googled very quickly, and you can go look at these things as well. And at the top of these charts for the highest vibration and frequency for humans is gratitude, freedom, empowerment, appreciation, enlightenment, peace, and joy, and love. And these are emotions that are completely strong and powerful emotions that radiate from our heart, from the inside of us. And it gives off an energy and a frequency and a radiation that can be felt by other people. Some people say they're empaths. And even the term, when you walk into a room, you can feel it, you can feel things in your gut. The vibe is high in here, or the vibe is a low vibration in here. These type of things. Even when you meet somebody that's kind of in an angry state, you get these feelings in your stomach and your guts. And why do we have these feelings? Do you ever take the time to think of why you get a gut feeling if you're driving in a car and you have to slam on your brakes and you see that another car was getting ready to run the red light or was about to run into the back of your car? Or how do we get these senses, and how perfect are our senses? How grateful are we truly to be able to hear, to be able to see, to be able to taste, to be able to smell, to be able to touch? If we're invisible souls and spirits and energy in a physical vessel and body, but have these senses to where we can interact with the realm around us and people around us and be able to really dwell in our own emotions and feelings, that to me is another example of perfection and the creator allowing us to truly experience life at a high, I guess, aware or awakened state of presence, and that's like, how grateful are we for it? If I could share anything, it could be to be more grateful for everything. Try to find the smallest things in life to be grateful for. Being able to put your socks on, being able to bend over and tie your shoes, being able to put a shirt on your back, being able to brush your teeth, being able to walk downstairs, upstairs, being able to drive your car, I DoorDash for a living, and every day when I come home, I thank the Creator for allowing me to return home safely. You know, the empowerment of what He gives us to function is just beyond our what we can fathom, and we overlook it every day by our day-to-day functions of work, of trying to come home, cook, making things happen, and progressing with our everyday lives. But do we truly sit down and think about what we've done the entire day to be grateful for it, to be a level of healthiness to still be able to function? Like I mentioned about DoorDash, and I'm driving all day and thanking the Creator for allowing me to start the car, allowing me to turn the steering wheel, allowing me to put the car in reverse, put it back in drive. These motions are our cells and our neurons working on a collective level, like the speed of light. And we overlook how perfect everything truly functions around us and inside of us to perceive what's outside of us, you know, every day. And it's I feel like the deeper we can be in tune with what we really appreciate and are grateful for, the higher we can vibrate, and the higher our frequency will be. And that's just such a simple way to raise your vibration, raise your frequency, and it ties into quote unquote raising your consciousness. Everybody's talking about having a higher state of consciousness. It starts from, the emotions that you're emitting into the quote unquote universe. Being grateful for everything, living in your own joyful state, your own peace of mind, and not being disturbed by the smallest things. If you can tie it into something bad or negative happened to me because of myself, something in my inner self, something triggered my trauma, my past healing, my past trauma, and what I need to heal from, that could be another sense and level of gratitude. Still being thankful for the good and the bad and the indifferent can put you in a level of a mindset level to where you're just in a complete blissful and serenity state, and you're at peace. The definition of peace on Google is the freedom from disturbance, tranquility, freedom from being disturbed in your everyday life. Can be a perfect paradise reality for yourself, and to be able to give thanks to the Creator of all for having this type of life to where we can experience, we can feel, we can grow, we can learn. That in itself is just like the motivation and inspiration that you can dwell on daily to keep you going, to persevere, to prosper in whatever it is that your soul is yearning for in this realm, in this reality. Do you ever think about when we dream, how do we have senses that are in our dreams? Sometimes you can have a dream and wake up and you can remember what you thought in that moment, in that dream. That to me is mind blowing. When I was mentioning the other day about I'm blind, I have to wear contacts and glasses. If I take my contacts out, I can't see anything. It's blurry, but I thought about it, and it's like when I remember my dreams, I can see in my dreams. So that's a head scratcher. Am I wearing contacts in my dreams? Am I wearing glasses in my dreams? I don't think so, right? So to be able to perceive vision in a dream state, when in this reality your eyes are blurry, when you can't see without contacts, is mind blowing to me. There's so many levels of things we can't fathom or fathom in this reality or in this existence that blow your mind, that again bring that gratitude to the Creator of like, wow, I'm actually getting a chance to live, and experience this entirety of life. And that puts you in a state of gratitude and a higher vibration and frequency to where you're just more happy and joyful about being able to breathe, being able to walk, being able to think, being able to hear, see, have accessible food. These type of things can make you vibrate on a higher level, with the addition of meditation, with the addition of allowing your soul to be free. Some people write, some people paint, some people draw, some people meditate. There's all kinds of things that the soul can do to feel that release of dopamine, to feel happy, to feel that state of joy and happiness. And I wanted to read the definition for dopamine, because that is another unfathomable thing that our brains and our bodies neurons can get to clicking and working and allow our brain to release this chemical, and we have this emotional feeling of, you know, happiness or satisfaction with a moment, you know. And dopamine is a chemical release in the brain that makes you feel good. Having the right amount of dopamine is important for both for your body and your brain. Dopamine helps nerve cells to send messages to each other. It's produced by a group of nerve cells in the middle of the brain and sends out messages to other parts of the brain. I mentioned this before, and I personally believe that the human body and anatomy is the most advanced technology in existence. How does our body react like this to where we send brain cells, brain cells can communicate to each other and know how to react off each other based on what we're experiencing? That's perfection. You know, we never really get taught these type of minor details that produce such a, you know, huge experience for the human body and the human memory and the cells inside of us. What is the role of dopamine? Dopamine is responsible for allowing you to feel pleasure, satisfaction, and motivation. When you feel good that you have achieved something, it's because you have a surge of dopamine in the brain. And it's a slippery slope with the dopamine, because in addiction to whatever, you know, the dopamine releases can still happen, and that can allow us to want more of that quote unquote negative experience that we might not need to be dwelling in. There's some examples. It's possible, however, that you can start craving more of this dopamine reward, which is caused by pleasant experiences, including eating nice food, having sex, winning a game, and earning money. Alcohol and many illegal drugs cause a surge of dopamine too, which is partly why people get addicted to them. So, you know, I would ask the question, what gives you your dopamine hit? You know, is it being able to wake up in the morning? Is it being able to have a genuine conversation? Is it being able to experience nature, the creator at work and by design, and how the birds chirp in the morning, and how insects and ants can have ant hills, and bees can have bee colonies, and birds can build nests with just their mouth? They don't have hands, you know, they can carry with their feet and then build with their mouth. I mean, these type of things are overlooked on a daily basis that prove such an intelligent creator by design. You know, these things are already established no matter what and are unchanging. For you to cut yourself, to get a cut or a scab, and for it to heal itself, what's going on in the internal for that to be able to happen, and then you can externally witness the perfection of the healing and the growth of your cells in your body, basically reproducing health and perfection by itself, just like the sun and moon come up every day. I mean, this is like clockwork here. This is some of the most powerful things that are overlooked and that we can give thanks for and dwell in gratitude about, that again, I personally believe can raise your vibration and frequency and have you vibrating on such a high level to where you're humming, you know, you're vibrating and you're in tune with all the emotions that are coming in around you and that are actually internal, that are being perceived externally. You know, they have these 5G towers that people say are for internet. They could be, it's almost like putting yourself inside of a microwave and cooking yourself. It's on a larger scale. It's almost like they know how to try to alter our frequency and vibrational levels with the energy that those 5G towers radiate. So it's again like, whatever the truth is, it has to be the most powerful thing known to mankind, because they wouldn't have to lie to us about everything. They wouldn't be trying to poison us with everything. You know, these type of things have to be looked at as what's on a deeper scale of why they're doing this. Asking the why can prove on how truth and peace are really the most powerful emotions and existences you can possibly experience in this realm. You know, appreciation for everything. These vibrational charts that I pulled up, they vary with emotions, and the lowest vibrations that you can have on this chart are guilt, insecurity, shame, hate, rage, jealousy, depression, fear, grief, self-loathing, unworthiness. And these are things that can all be worked on, with inner work. And, you know, feeling this type of shame for yourself when you have the ability to change your reality based on how much you're truly trying to connect with the one all source and the creator, and exist in the perfection that he intended us to exist in, and him allowing you to grow. And that's what I mean by having negative thoughts, but being able to grow from those negative thoughts and mindsets, and being able to stick in a positive mindset no matter the situation, is a very, very, very powerful trait to have with the soul. And I'm working on that tremendously every day. No matter how negative a situation could be, finding a way to be positive about it, smile, and see that something better is going to come from it. That's a mindset we all should have. And with that, people would be more happy. Would be more willing to communicate, interact, share, and just appreciate everything that's going on around them. And to see somebody else's potential is another beautiful, thing to witness. This world we have is so A to B, with people just trying to get theirs. We tend to step on each other based off money, based off status, based off popularity. And these things are like, those are dopamine hits. Getting a like on your Instagram post is, you can get dopamine hits off this. I mean, these type of things are being planted in us that we overlook so quickly, to where it's just like um an addiction or a habit that is subconsciously embedded in us, that we won't even realize we're doing it, or it happens so quickly and so much that it's just like it becomes such a habit, like blinking. You don't know how many times you blink in a day, but you continue to do it. And to try to shake these quote unquote low vibrational habits and subconscious habits can be that release of negativity and freedom that our souls all need to live in a peaceful, joyful, blissful state of just existing, truly being happy for life, because we're not guaranteed another moment. We're not guaranteed another moment. So to be able to truly appreciate anything in the moment is a powerful trait to have. And it raises your vibration to a level that we all need to continue to live in and try to do. Courage is also something good to have. And I always wonder, or I always ask people, how do we get courage to question things? Where does that come from? Are we born with the type of courage to question the norm, of what they're giving us? Or is it put in us by the creator to be able to connect more to him and be able to find more truth, share more truth, and be humbled by the quote unquote wisdom that he's given you, opposed to being able to feel like you're somebody and you're entitled to knowledge, and you're entitled to being able to have status, and entitled to have people listening to you. I would love to share my thoughts on creation and the creator with 8+ billion people. But I have to stay humble and really appreciate the one person, the 2 people, the 3 people, how many ever people love to listen to me speak about the creator, and share their thoughts and have these intellectual conversations and interact on a level of just genuine heart-to-heart conversations. They say our hearts are the most powerful electromagnetic source in our body. So we have these toroidal fields around us, quote unquote auras, that all stem from a spiral that's upward and downward from our heart, that gives the most powerful radiation from our heart. I mean, from our bodies. So, to be a passionate person, to love hard, or to always speak from your heart, these are traits I feel like we all have, and we all can work on to make a more stronger foundation of who we are as a human soul. That it puts the genuineness in every moment that you exist, and you can't beat that. Um, these consciousness charts are pretty cool to look at. I don't know how they ran tests on the human body to be able to come up with these charts. A lot of it seems like a lot of logic, so I can see that as well. But there's so much we don't know about the unseen world, and what happens in the unseen world, the supernatural realm, that really molds this physical realm that we see, and that is just the most humbling thought process you can have, and to be able to live in these times, anytime really, but these times now where the world is, quote unquote, starting to wake up and want more truth and want to ask more questions, it's a time to really be witnessing and aware of what's going on around us and inside of us. This opportunity we have to soul search, this opportunity we have to seek truth. We have to really, in my opinion, put everything, our whole efforts in these type of mindsets and lifestyles to better ourselves as souls, to quote unquote ascend, to higher realms, to higher consciousness levels, to higher vibrations and frequencies, to be able to have a more peaceful, blissful reality that we can all exist in, and get to a point of world peace. For us to not be evolving as a ultimate consciousness of beings that are all living in the same consciousness realm, it's kind of like a head scratcher, and what drives you daily to keep going? What drives us daily to keep going, to want more peace, to want more truth? What is that source inside of us that continues to allow man or woman, to allow soul to want more peace, to want truth, to want freedom? We don't feel free, and we don't have the freedom of waking up in complete blissfulness from start to finish, as far as society tells us, working 9 to 5s and slaving for money. But we still have the inner ability to appreciate everything, to still have a paradise inside of us, to eventually perceive an outward paradise in the time being. Who knows what happens after death? Who knows what happens when we sleep at night and we dream, and our souls can potentially leave our physical vessels? Who knows? But these are things that are so deep to dwell on. It's like when you're snap dab in the moment, and you can have senses that are working all the way around you, and to be able to witness and to know where you stand as a soul is a powerful existence to have. That is a higher vibration and frequency to live in. And, the whole positive frequency, negative frequency, there's a lot that comes with that. And the deeper understanding of this type of stuff, metaphysics, I guess you would call it, quantum physics, these type of unseen properties, but yet these are properties, quote unquote, science can prove, are things that we can appreciate when we get a minor understanding about it, and wanting to be able to meditate, to raise your vibration, to raise your frequency, to feel more at peace, to not allow anything around you to throw you off your square, to disturb you, to, change your mindset for the day, or have you feeling negative emotions, To be able to control what we can control is a powerful mindset, lifestyle, feeling, emotion to live in and always work at. You know, I definitely want to do another video soon about meditation and what I personally do to try to meditate in stillness and awareness meditations, whatever you want to call it. You know, I feel like it's personally just really existing in the moment and appreciating the moment and allowing your senses to be in tune with all of the energy that is boundless around us, whether it's just the physical realm or what's beyond the physical realm, space, time, unseen energy, energy in general. And to be able to dwell in these moments and to be able to breathe and to feel like you're not in a physical vessel is something I feel like can be shared and can have people more on a peaceful mindset to, again, where you're at peace and things can't throw you off your square or make you feel negative or make you mad or these type of things. And I'm personally working on this a lot daily still to this day, and it'll be a forever journey on having my own peace and positive thoughts no matter what, positive emotions no matter what. You know, gratefulness, gratitude, appreciation, joy, bliss, serenity. Let's live in it. Let's continue to emit it. Let's continue to make sure we can control what we can control. And then the things that are out of our control, still appreciate them. Somehow, some way, being able to appreciate every little thing. We can all raise our vibration and frequency. And we want to be vibrating on the highest frequency that we possibly can, you know, starting from our mentality and being able to eat the right foods that have higher vibrations and, you know, electrons or electricity that can run through our body and keep our bodies charged up, and our bodies being made up of 70% water. As they say, water reacts to sound. So if we have a natural humming sound of negativity, our bodies are never going to have the opportunity to grow. You know, you can research cymatics and see how they have water or they'll have sand and they play a type of frequency and it starts making geometric shapes. What shapes are you omitting? Spiral growth, or, you know, stagnant flatline almost, in a sense. You know, these type of things are real. I don't know much about them on a scientific level, but I know based off of what I research and what I've seen or heard, and try to be able to put it in a logical standpoint from esteeming the creator of all at every moment and allow him to flow through me, allow me to speak and make it as logical as possible from a day-to-day basis and a thought-to-thought process, you know, trying to be able to really counter the moments that we can't control with positivity, with an outward look of, okay, this could be my inner trauma or inner thoughts that are causing this outward experience that I can't really control, but I'm being tested on how I'm going to react to it. Knowing that there's always something better at the end of the tunnel, or at the end of this negativity, that can have you smiling from ear to ear all day, all night, for the rest of your life, you know, and I'm working towards that. And I would love for everybody else to work towards that too, or to be able to find those smallest things in your life, whatever makes you happy, dwell on that. The smallest things in your life that can just put a smile on your face, whether it's listening to a certain song, whether it's watching a certain movie or video, or seeing how the animals act, or putting a smile on somebody's face, or seeing, you know, anything or anything of that nature. Dwell on it to a point to where you just feel free. Your soul feels free and appreciative of the moment. The smallest details. The smallest details. You can be walking down the street and trip and find a way to laugh about it and you know, appreciate even tripping. You know, just it's the most random, smallest things you could possibly think of. And watch how the consistency of that allows for a growth of and a level up of vibration and frequency to where you're just feeling more comfortable in yourself, and everything you've been through has got you to this point to allow you to continue to grow and continue to appreciate things and continue to want more from yourself. You know, always holding yourself accountable. That's a huge thing that a lot of us lack. And being responsible and accountable for your own actions is a huge trait that I think is lost in humanity and mankind, but there's an opportunity from the creator that's what he's allowing us to be able to have this sense of understanding of we need to hold ourselves more accountable and acting on that. Um, I appreciate everybody for tuning in, for sharing the videos, for liking, comment, subscribe, do all the good stuff that helps these videos spread. And I want to do a video probably once per week. I was on vacation last week and didn't really get an opportunity to make a video, so I appreciate the patience and the wait. Don't be afraid to comment. So I respond to everybody. I love having conversations. I love hearing thoughts, opinions, perceptions. Because we're all trying to get to this level of this ultimate consciousness level of forever growing, forever peace, paradise, and joy, and truth. Because I do believe that there is one absolute truth. If there's one eternal power and source creator that's running the whole show, there has to be one absolute truth. The sun, for instance, we all know there's a sun in the sky. You can't debate that. So there has to be some type of truth out there that's undebatable. What it is, this is us trying to seek truth and find out what it is. To be able to live in nothing but truth and peace. To have nothing but abundance and paradise. It's a domino effect of perfection that's going on and that's rising in a sense of being aware of how perfect it is for everybody. And being able to dwell in that perfection and share it is a beautiful thing and a beautiful emotion and reality for multiple people and consciousness and souls to live, to where we start building that foundation of world peace between all souls, no matter what quote unquote race, nation, nationality, ethnicity, whatever. To be a humanoid, to have a soul, to have a heart, to have organs, to be able to have eyes, 2 hands, 2 feet, fingers, toes, this is allowing an ultimate consciousness to be on one accord. That to me is the most precious thing that mankind can ever experience. One accord, in tune with the creator and in tune with everybody around us. That's a reality we've never seen before. We can only scratch the surface of imagining, and to be able to live in that, I think that's our purpose, as a collective. Outside of truly being connected and one-on-one with the divine power, the source, the creator of all, and to be able to experience that, witness that with outward souls, all in that same one understanding of the one eternal creator and ultimate consciousness, I don't think you can beat that. And I would love for us all to live in that type of, experience and state of mind, consciousness, and reality and existence. Just to throw it out there, this is kind of random and it's on topic, but it's not. And a lot of people can research the Tartaria history, these Tartarian monumental structures. These things are megalithic sites, and they're structures that were basically energy instruments. You can research it. Tartaria, Tartarian buildings, cities, look it up. But these things were across the entire grid. And it makes me think that there was a time where everybody was connected to the creator and had a universal understanding of some type of knowledge with energy and harnessing energy from the ether, the sky, all around us, and being able to use it for healing, for growth of plants, for more healing, playing these type of frequencies to have peace essentially for the entire city. or growth for the entire city, the oxygen levels, the food that was being grown. These type of realities, I think, existed in our history, but we of course have lost contact with that type of history and these type of abilities that we have as souls and energetic beings. And that's why I personally think that they're hiding a lot of the history, because there probably was a time in history where everybody was connected and peaceful and could share with one another and be on a level of understanding of, esteeming the creator, and, being a witness to everything around us and everybody around us, and how everybody has their own piece of the pie or piece of the puzzle to put in to make everything more perfect than it already is. Um, yeah, I appreciate everybody for listening to this one. I'm gonna try to do another one soon, and maybe one of these videos I'll really just try to do a quick one on my actual breathing techniques. And if you want to join and breathe with me to feel that sense of release and freedom, you know, being in a gratitude state can be your own stress reliever. Football used to be a huge stress reliever for me, but I should be able to sit down with myself in my room in darkness or in light and be able to relieve myself from stress in the moment without doing anything, with just completely being still in my thoughts, in my body, but yet feeling free from my body. These are type of mentalities that I'm trying to share to try to help everybody become more peaceful and happy with, the cards we got dealt. Being able to appreciate everything that we got going on and seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, the light at the end of soul searching, seeking truth, trying to live your life, connecting yourself, your soul, your divine soul with the divine creator. I don't see any other purpose for us, Enjoy the jobs that we have. It's crazy to say, but we got to try to enjoy the slavery that we're in right now. Find a way, find the things that make you happy. And I'm speaking to myself as well, because every day is not perfect. As far as every day is perfect, but every day is not perfect as far as my reactions to things, and it sometimes takes me to when I'm laying down at night to realize, okay, today I could have reacted different in this situation or this situation. I could have spoke better to this person. I could have listened more, received more what this person was saying from it. And these things humble you in the moment to make you want to be ready for that next time you get an interaction with somebody that might rub you the wrong way, or your ego might get bruised, or your pride might get humbled. But being able to react to that in an appreciative state, there you go, raising your vibration, raising your frequency. These are the type of small things, but that can also be large personality soul traits that can allow us to raise our vibration, our frequency, our consciousness, and to live in bliss, to visualize peace and paradise. And this is the most perfect opportunity we have as a soul to live in this realm. All thanks, all credit, all esteem to the one eternal creator, the living power source, intelligent, boundless, omnipresent, omniscience, omnipotent, creator of all and beyond and unfathomable beyond. And I thank you for your time, for listening. Please like, comment, subscribe. Please message me, comment any questions. I would love to build with anybody who is anywhere, in the realm of thinking how I'm thinking. I'm not claiming to be right about anything. I'm just sharing my perspectives on everything that I'm going through and what I witness on a day-to-day basis. All praises to the creator, all esteem, joy, peace, happiness, and bliss and blessings to everybody out there.